Hi there everyone. Well, you saw the thumbnail, how to lose weight and look better. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about that, but my version of it's a little bit different. It's about how to be fitter, how to be healthier, and how to be happier. But the two sort of go hand in hand. Let's go and take a look. Okay everyone, so thanks for tuning into my channel today. My name's JJ, or Scott as they better know me here in Australia. Please like my channel or subscribe if you haven't done so before. So this is a funny one. I'm going to do a full unedited clip about how to lose weight, how to be healthier, how to be fitter, and most of all how to be happier. So I'm going to try and do it as quickly as I can. As I said, it's going to be a little bit, it could be a little bit all over the place, but I want to do this unedited, no cuts, no sort of backwards and forwards, and just to sort of hopefully inspire you all a little bit to move on this journey as I have over the last couple of years. So I want to do this really quickly. So a couple of little things about me. I was 45 when I first started my journey a couple of years ago. So I was 300 pounds. I was a golf professional. I still am a golf professional. I still have a little son. He's now 8. And the bottom line was I had no energy. I was severely overweight, and I still am overweight to this day, to be honest. But I was all over the place mentally. I was falling asleep driving home quite often, having to pull over on the road. I would drive an hour away from work. Bottom line was I was super unenergetic, not focused at all, and deep down not truly happy. And the biggest D-Day for me was when I really couldn't get out of bed and spend time with my son. So that was the biggest thing for me. So crunch time was July 2018, so just over a couple of years ago. So bottom line was I wanted to sort of get, I suppose at the start, like everyone does, I wanted to lose weight. That was all my focus was, and I just want to flip all that now and give you guys some tips on how to get started and hopefully not make the same mistakes that I did, or not make the same mistakes, at least see things a little bit differently than what I did. So number one, this is the biggest thing. It's not about the scales. Yep, you can be a little bit focused on the scales, and yes, the scales are a good measuring tool, but don't become scales obsessed. I was crazy. I was getting on them every day, sometimes twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. It is not about the scales. There is so much more to health and fitness and being happier and losing weight than all about the scales. So I'm going to say that first of all, do not become scale obsessed, because you'll lose and you won't get the full benefit of this journey. Number two, and this is probably the biggest one as well, life is not about being perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You are going to have bad days. You are going to have good days. You are going to have days where you really feel like you want to kill it on the training track. You are going to feel like you're going to have days where you feel like you want to have a jam donut or whatever it is. Don't be perfect, okay? Even the super athletes in the world are not perfect. So don't try to be, and don't beat yourself up. So I beat myself up every time I tried to lose weight in inverted commas previously, and I always failed, and this time it's nothing about that. So that's number two. Number three, which is probably the biggest headline, and I want you to stick this in your head. You are consistently what you do each day. Okay, consistently to me means often, more than often. So if you generally eat reasonably healthy, okay, generally or consistently eat reasonably healthy, you will be in a good spot. If you generally exercise, and it doesn't have to be crazy amounts of exercise, but if you move your body consistently in a 30 to 40 minute period over the week, 4 or 5 times a week, that's all you need to do. It doesn't have to be absolutely everything being perfect, okay? I can't stress that enough. You are not all super athletes. I know I'm not. We're just normal people trying to live a healthier and a better life. So they're the three sort of things to start off with. A little bit about food. I'm not going to talk much about food today because one, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a food expert, but secondly, it's about jumping, and I want to talk a little bit more than that. But food, all I want you to think about basically is, you know what the bad foods are. You know what your things are that are no good for you. In really simple terms, there's 2 things that can help you food-wise. Make some small changes every week. Don't try to do everything all at once, okay? So if you're going on this Again, diet, which they don't work. If you're going on this little journey of trying to be a little bit healthier, just start really small. You might start off with drinking more water. You might start off with halving your dinner size. You might start off by having an egg for breakfast instead of something else. You might start off by not having sugar in your coffee, and then just chip away at it and work through the times, okay? So that's a little bit about food, but let's talk a little bit now about exercise. So exercise, just start moving, okay? I can't say this enough. The hardest bit about any journey is the start. It's a little bit like this YouTube channel I've put together. It's not easy to start, but once you start and once you get some momentum and you get into it, things become habit and things become a lot easier. So just move. Get out of bed, 10 minutes a day of walking, 10 minutes a day of jogging, 10 minutes a day of cycling. I'm going to say this too, you must find something that you're passionate about. You must find something that you like. If you like it, you'll do it. And that's where skipping for me or jumping for me became a bit of a craze, because I love it. So now that I love it, it's not hard to do, but just start moving. You don't have to start by doing obscene amounts of exercise. Just start. Second bit to that is start being consistent with it. So don't just do it for 10 minutes one day and then fall off the perch. 10 minutes one day, 10 minutes the next, 10 minutes the next, 10 minutes the next, build up, 15 minutes the next, 15 minutes, and build up until you're doing it a lot more consistently. And then lastly, build up your intensity and the duration of what you're doing. So I now jump for 40 to 45 minutes every day, okay? There is no way I started off at that, and there is no way the intensity or the duration was anything like what it is now. So it's critical. Just move a little bit more, up the duration and up the intensity. They're your three things there. Find something you love. I've mentioned you've got to find something you love. If you don't love doing it, you're not going to do it anywhere near as well. So, and that doesn't matter whether it's jumping rope, health, whatever it is. So for me, I just fell into jumping. I started it because I hated running. I couldn't run. I had a bad back. I had bad knees. I was carrying 135 to 140 kilos, so I couldn't run. So jumping for me was the obvious choice. There's so many benefits of jumping rope and exercising that go way beyond the weight loss thing. The energy that I now have, the focus that I now have, I'm so much happier, I'm so much clearer. I've got so much more clarity in everything I do in life. My relationship's better with my family and my friends. There's just so many more things, and that's coming back to what I said before about forgetting the scales and not worrying about where you are there. So the last thing I'm going to say, it's not about anyone else, okay? It's all about you. It's your journey. It's your little progression in life. It's not a race. It's a life. And in these COVID crazy times, I think it's really critical to just think you're alive, your health is your most important thing. And if you can just take little steps every day to sort of improve that, and the quality of not only your own life, but your friends and family around will be so much better. So for me, jumping has done that. I'm become absolutely crazy about jumping. But here I was 18 months ago, 300 pounds, probably 50 kilos overweight, so unhealthy, now inspiring others in a fitness channel. I mean, the whole inspiration of this video today is just to say to you, just start, don't worry about where you're at now, and it's going to be a lifelong journey, and hopefully you enjoy it, and hopefully I've helped you today. Get started and just jump.